doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
Embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
They definitely don't want it out there. I would say that. It's crazy to me. You know, I'm not asking for no money or nothing. I'm not asking for no handouts or nothing like that. I work every day. I take care of my family. Only thing I'm asking for is...
Rymir Carter has said something quite disturbing about how the Carters, especially Beyonce, have treated him. For years, he maintained the secret. But now it appears that the reality may be much crazier than anything we've ever spoken about.
I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. She continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years, even till I was grown. He never tried to contact me at any type.
He's just a really smart guy, very smart and very charming and a good person.
But you're Beyonce's mom. Did you ever sit him down when you knew they were getting serious and say, listen, Jay-Z, here's the scoop. You better treat her with love and kindness and respect?
I never had to do that. Because he told me that he told me those things, that he loved her and that he would treat her with respect.
What's interesting is that Jay-Z finally seems to have responded to Rymir after years of trying to get his attention through the media. This happened after Rymir's son filed a lawsuit against him. Jay-Z says he's been interacting with a guy called Rymir Satterthwaite for more than 10 years. Satterthwaite thinks he is Jay-Z's hidden kid.
That's all I'm asking is, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. I've been going through, just like I said, a lot. And as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me, and it's just like, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. Next is, I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. So many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search, go search. And if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, it's this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. It was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me and my mom, my godmom, we didn't see the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name like you want Jay-Z money, and I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test!
I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. It's like all of this just by accident.
Jay-Z's lawyers recently sought a federal court to throw down Rymir's latest case, stating that the accusations are not fresh and have previously been thrown out numerous times before, according to Us Weekly. In 2022, a judge told Rymir that he couldn't file any additional lawsuits concerning this issue without gaining special authorization. Jay-Z's side believes it's because he continued bringing lawsuits that weren't real or serious, which the court didn't view as serious or legal. But is it actually the truth? It seems likely that Jay-Z would have a lot of kids who don't claim him, as he is said to have had a lot of affairs. For example, one name we seldom really hear about is Carmen Bryan. Her romance with Jay-Z and pregnancy with his kid actually flew beneath the radar. She says she ended the pregnancy, but a lot of people think she also kept Jay-Z's kid, even though he didn't want anything to do with it.
So you're friends with Jay-Z, and then at one point it turns romantic.
After a year.
After a year.
After about a year and some change, you know, as things change. Yeah.
And this was Jay-Z during which album? I mean, Reasonable Doubt was already out.
This was, okay, Reasonable. I met Jay-Z right after he dropped Reasonable Doubt.
Right.
Reasonable Doubt was out like a minute because I remember like, oh, what's this? Who's this? Oh, I like this song. And then I met him through a friend at a party. And the next day, Nas and I got into like some big fight and he pissed me off. And so I just thought, let me call Jay-Z. What's going on with him?
Okay. Now, Jay-Z's first single sampled Nas on the hook, Dead Presidents.
Yes.
So there's already this interesting connection between Jay-Z and Nas from the jump.
Right. But you know how I looked at that? I looked at, oh, that's the producer who sampled it. I didn't look at it. I didn't honestly see the correlation in the very beginning. Like, I didn't even think twice, like, oh, well, these two might...
Okay. But Jay-Z knew that you had a daughter with Nas.
Yes, he did. He was aware of that.
He was aware of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys are messing around. You and Nas are getting into problems, are having problems with your relationship.
Yes.
At what point does Takeover come out?
Takeover came out... I had already left Nas.
Okay.
I had already broken up with him. I shipped all of my things to LA. I moved. I packed Desi and I up. We were already out. So when that came about, Nas and I were not together. We were not in a relationship. We were still going back and forth like couples do who immediately break up. We were still seeing each other. It wasn't like the relationship was, completely null and void. That's difficult. You know what I mean? It takes a little bit of time to get over someone you've been in a relationship with for a decade. So I'm not going to say we weren't still intimate and seeing each other, but we weren't living together and we were not in a relationship. Takeover came when Takeover actually is a product of Jay-Z just being emotional.
I wasn't in the ad because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me. With M, Dre, and myself.
Jay-Z's lawyers recently sought a federal court to throw down Rymir's latest case, stating that the accusations are not fresh and have previously been thrown out numerous times before, according to Us Weekly. In 2022, a judge told Rymir that he couldn't file any additional lawsuits concerning this issue without gaining special authorization. Jay-Z's side believes it's because he continued bringing lawsuits that weren't real or serious, which the court didn't view as serious or legal. But is it actually the truth? It seems likely that Jay-Z would have a lot of kids who don't claim him, as he is said to have had a lot of affairs. For example, one name we seldom really hear about is Carmen Bryan. Her romance with Jay-Z and pregnancy with his kid actually flew beneath the radar. She says she ended the pregnancy, but a lot of people think she also kept Jay-Z's kid, even though he didn't want anything to do with it.
You would be the firstborn son. You and Sir have the same ears, same nose, but we don't see Sir.
Yeah, I know that's crazy. That's what
I was just trying to figure out how he got two daughters at a football game. Where's your son? You gotta understand that pisses people off. Like you have rights. Like
I don't understand. Like most people want to know, but I guess just like you say, he's so big and into their brand, and I'm not putting nothing on nobody, but I wouldn't know what he thinking, but I would know if this would be something I want to get out the way, you know. I wouldn't want this to go on for no year.
That she met Jay-Z
Yes.
and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then...
Jay-Z, who's now 55, claimed Rymir and his nanny had been pestering him for years. He added that the allegations in the current complaint have been examined and dismissed in various previous courts time and time again. Jay-Z also alleged he was brought into court by Rymir's late mother and nanny, based on the bogus claims that Rymir is his biological son.
Blue don't have Beyonce nothing. She's just light-skinned. I always thought it was kind of weird how she did resemble Jay-Z to a certain extent. But no, that girl is starting to look like Kathy to me. The eyes, the cheekbones, the jawline, the speltness of her thin figure, her shoulders. Like when she wore that dress with the Grammys, when he set Killer Mike up to be inconvenienced for winning. That white thing that she wore with those boots. The way she walked up. The way she sashayed, and it was off the shoulder, like Kathy used to wear off. May God have mercy on their souls if they took that woman's up to a child. May God have mercy on their souls if they done that. And for her, and it's my bloodline.
It's that
bloodline. On the front line.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine